Using personality types as a tool to help you develop a character will not only help you create a really strong character that will prevent writer's block, because you'll have ideas about what this kind of character would do, say, or think in any situation, but looking at a personality type will also help you to craft a story around a character who wants something. That personality type will probably inform their want. It will also probably inform why they can't have it to some degree. It will definitely inform what they do about it, probably inform what changes about it as well. So these personality types help you bring to life those 5 ingredients of a story. The character who wants something, they can't have it, they do something, and then something changes about it because of what they do. So today we're going to look at 3 personality types. For each of them, we're going to look at a need, a constant question that they ask themselves, and they answer it in their actions, what they do, what they say, and what they think. And that constant question tries to pull them towards something. And we're also going to address a fear of theirs that they're trying to run away from or get away from. So our first personality type, type 1, needs to be correct. They desire everything to be right with no errors. So desiring everything to be correct and right with no errors, their constant question, the question that they're constantly asking themselves is, how could things be better than they are right now? They're looking for those mistakes. How could things be better than they are right now? And their fear is being wrong. It's like if they were to be wrong, that's the worst thing that could happen to them. So type 1 needs to be correct, desires everything to be right with no errors. Constant question that's trying to get them towards what they think is good is asking themselves, how could things be better than they are right now? And their fear is the fear of being wrong. Now, this constant question, this is really helpful because at any point when you're planning your story, you think, oh, I don't know what would happen next. I don't know what my character would do, what they'd say, or what they think. You can just put yourself in their shoes and ask that question. Look around at what's going on in the story right now and just ask, how could things be better than they are right now? And then what would your character do about that to answer that question? What would they say? What would they think? So type 1 needs to be correct. Now, for each of these, I also wanted to make the point that none of these are good characters or bad characters. You could have good guys in your story that could be any of these 9 types, and you could have bad guys in your story that are any of these 9 types as well. I also encourage you to spend a moment or two to think about each of these types and try to make connections between characters from your favorite stories or even from your own life for that matter. All right, type 2 needs to be helpful, desires to be recognized for their help and their effort, so for what they do. And their constant question is, how can I be useful right now? So they're often really good at tuning into the needs around them, seeing what other people or a situation might need and stepping up. And the reason they're doing this is because their fear is the fear of being useless. If they were to feel useless or be useless, to them that would be the ultimate nightmare. That would be the worst. So type 2 needs to be helpful, desires to be recognized for their help and for their effort. Their constant question that's trying to pull them towards what's good to them is, how can I be useful right now? And their biggest fear is the fear of being useless. And the last one that we'll look at today, type 3, needs to be valued. Needs to be valued. Desires for recognition of accomplishments and what's impressive. Now, by what's impressive, I mean what's impressive to others more than necessarily what's impressive to them. So they're really good at tuning in to what other people value. Maybe not what other people need, like a 2, but what other people value, like a 3 here. Because they need to feel valued. That's what they're going for. So their constant question to try and get them there, to move towards that, is, what can I do that is important to others right now? What can I do that is important to others right now? And we're going to see their answer in what they do, what they say, or what they think. And why are they doing this? Well, it's because deep down they have this fear of being worthless, not being valued by others, feeling valueless, feeling like you have no worth. So type 3 needs to be valued, desires for recognitions of accomplishments and what's impressive, their constant question, what can I do that is important to others right now? And their fear that they're trying to get away from is this fear of feeling worthless. So there are our first 3 personality types that we're diving into. We've got 6 more for you over the next 2 videos. I encourage you to go back and think about these 3 types. The type 1, who needs for everything to be correct, the type 2, who needs to be helpful, and the type 3, who needs to be valued, and think, what characters can I see from my own life or from my favorite stories seem to have these needs or these personality types?